Hey everyone, how you doing? If you are new here, I'm Nicol Concilio and welcome to the video, y'all. So, for today's video, I wanted to do something a little bit different, a little bit like old school vibes. Also, don't mind me. I just have been loving having my hair up in this like messy bun of sorts. Listen, I'm trying to save my hair and not try to style it as much. So you're gonna deal with some messy buns. Today, I thought it would be a really fun idea and test out the old beauty products I used to like and see if I still like them. So back in the day when I was doing my makeup, I feel like I really didn't understand skincare, and that's why I've just been getting into so much skincare. It's because like you have to understand your skin or your client's skin before you make certain product choices. So like for me, I was convinced I had oily skin, and the reason I was convinced was because when I was going through puberty in middle school, I had like a lot of oil on my face, like, and I would use the oil blotting pads a lot. So I used to use lots of mattifying products. I honestly did not know my skin type. Some of the products that I used to really love are not available anymore. So that kind of made me a little bit sad because there are some products in here I kind of had to improvise with. I also bought some hair hair clips. Come on, what the hell? Let me tell you something. They always get me at that end, you know, where you're going to check out at Sephora and there's like a bunch of little products. Always gets me. So the first product we are going to go in with is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm going to zoom you guys on in so you can get a better look, and so you can get a better look at my gorgeous baby hairs. I used to really love the Dip Brow Pomade from Anastasia Beverly Hills. If I get one more alert about the coronavirus, I'm already scared. So I used to use the Dip Brow Pomade. I honestly might start using Anastasia products again for brows because now that I have this brow lamination, I don't have to fill in my brow hairs as much. So I'm looking for like better brow gels, better brow products in general. So I'm gonna go ahead and brush my brow hairs upwards. I don't have any product in them right now. And the color I got is soft brown. So, you know, with Anastasia, I've had like, I don't know if like weird relationship is the right thing to say. I really love Norvina. I think she's dope. I don't really understand their PR lists and all that stuff. Like I was on it once. Now I'm not on it at all for no reason. Every now and then I'll get some products from them. Like it's just very inconsistent. And like, I know a lot of people like pour their hearts and souls into the ABH PR list. Like I think I was on it for maybe an hour once and I do well for myself, I think. So, you know, don't put all that pressure on there. I'm just gonna go ahead and fill this in. This product is still like really good and I still like it. I just don't really go for the more filled in brow anymore. Like that's not really my cup of tea as much these days. You know, I really love my sparse ass brows, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this other brow off camera and be right back. So yeah, I still think that this brow product is fire. I actually didn't have any of this left, so I'll probably continue to use it. And yeah, ABH knows their brows. That's for damn sure. Okay, so moving on to primer. I'm not ready for this. Professional from Benefit. I bought this small guy because I knew I was not going to be using it. And I know everybody's always like, you can return makeup. I'd rather just buy smaller sizes and give it to like family members or friends. I know that's lazy of me, but it is what it is. Professional. This is for oily skin. I used to think that I needed this in order to do my makeup. For the longest time, I got dry patches. I got flaky ass skin. I had no idea what was causing it. And turns out it was this guy. And the reason it was causing it was because I have dry skin. And you cannot use a mattifying primer on dry skin and not get flakiness. So I'm actually gonna prep my skin just a little bit in the areas that are extra dry. So like right here, this is the Tatcha serum stick. Let's go in with this bad boy. Pray for me. Doing this is the worst thing ever. Why did I ever think I needed this? This is amazing for oily skin. But let me tell you something. Oh, girl. That's like nails on a chalkboard for me. So next for eyes, I actually used to love the original Naked Urban Decay eyeshadow palette. I unfortunately don't have that anymore, and I was like, okay, what's something that's similar to that type of vibe that I can use? So I picked out, okay, did I open it from the wrong end? This is the Urban Decay Naked 2 Basics. And I used to use the Basics palettes a lot as well. For eye primer, I used to really love the Benefit Air Patrol, but they don't make that anymore, and I don't have any extra, like, at all laying around. So what I used to do was just use concealer. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and blend it out with my brush. We are actually currently getting ready to do a road trip for Riley's birthday. We are going to Sun Valley. It is a ski resort in Idaho. I've never even been to the Midwest, so besides like Texas and Chicago, but is Chicago considered the Midwest? I don't even know. I'm excited to see Idaho, and we compromised for the road trip. I'm not gonna play any Cardi B or Nicki Minaj, and Riley's not gonna play any banjo music or country music because I freaking hate country. Riley's just tired of me listening to the same Nicki Minaj songs over and over, but we all really know that I'm gonna still play Nicki Minaj. So let's go in and play with this. I'm gonna first go in with the shade Stark. And let me just say, like, Urban Decay has really been, I don't know what's been going on with their quality of products lately. Like, that Wired palette was atrocious, and I was not the only beauty creator who thought so. This palette is so bland. Looking back at some of the stuff I used to like, I'm like, ooh. Also, thank you guys for all the love on my more recent video of me testing out new makeup and spilling some tea. I'm so like happy you guys are liking that different side of me, and I'm so happy that you guys are just like cool about me not being over the top and like whatever, you know. I'm just grateful. So that barely showed up. I guess I'm gonna go in now with Cover, and I'm just doing my eyeshadow like how I used to like to do it back in the day, which like everything was like very smoky and blended. How did I like these Naked Basics? I don't know. Urban Decay, what are you guys doing these days? It's like disappointing. It's gonna be one of those eyeshadow days, huh? Where even is this pigment? The other eyeshadow palette I used to really like was the Modern Renaissance. I still know I love that palette and it still slaps, so that's why I didn't want to feature it, because I want to use products that I haven't used in a minute. And then I think the last shade I'm going to put in my crease is Primal right here. I haven't been impressed with an Urban Decay release in a really long time, like probably since Game of Thrones, and that was like, what was that, like a year ago? And they even came out with like a new brow product recently that I'm like, what the hell? I'm really trying to blend here, you guys. My wrist is starting to hurt. This is the 5th time I'm going over this and trying to get it to blend better. Yeah, I guess honestly, I think that's probably the best I'm gonna get it to blend. It looks like trash. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that this is not a fave of mine anymore. That's for damn sure. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the first shade Skimp all over my lid. This is not good. I think it's safe to say that I don't like it anymore. Like, if this was released nowadays, people would be roasting it. And I don't even want to hear any comments that I didn't try. I sat here, and the camera is rolling, and this is a 10-minute clip of me just sitting here blending out this eyeshadow. Moving on to mascara. I think everybody and their mom had a Better Than Sex mascara. I used to like think sex was a bad word, and I would be like, Mom, can we go buy the Better Than SEX? Like, I would like spell it out to her. Even recommending this product to like aunts that I had or like cousins, I would be like, it's the Better Than Fresh. It's the Better Than So let's go ahead and use this. So my current favorite mascara is the Fenty Beauty. And the reason I love the Fenty Beauty is because the wand, you can use it the flat way or the pointed way. Now, if you look at the Better Than Sex wand, it's a lot bigger of a wand, and I've been steering away from more of those. So let's go ahead and apply. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply one side with the Better Than Sex and the other side with the Fenty Beauty so I can really compare. But Too Faced, you know, Too Faced is a brand that I just can't get behind. The brands like Morals, I really can't. Like, I've tried, and they've come out with some products that I'm like, how the hell did this even pass? Like, their new highlighters or whatever, like, awful. Those like natural, whatever the hell they are so bad. All right, and I'm gonna now go ahead and do Fenty on the other side. I can already tell that I like the Fenty a lot better. Just because it's like an easier wand to use, you can get closer to the roots as I poke my eye out. I don't feel like the formula in the Better Than Sex is like awful. Okay, so if you obviously had to compare the two, if I'm just looking at you guys and I'm looking in my mirror, I do feel like the Fenty elongates my eyelashes a lot more. This is the Fenty side, this is the Better Than Sex side. I don't think that there's anything per se wrong with the Better Than Sex mascara, but I will say I do think that the brush is just an issue for me more than anything. So yeah, I probably will stick with my Fenty Beauty. Actually, I know I'll stick with my Fenty Beauty, and I probably won't use the Better Than Sex just because the wand is not really a wand that I look for anymore when I'm doing my makeup, you know. For lashes, I used to love the Huda Beauty Scarlet Lashes, you guys. I don't know how I used to love them because the band is so thick. Now I'm like, I need a band that's almost bandless to feel comfortable. Oh, the bitch, this is gonna be bad. And I'm just gonna apply some glue. Yeah, this band is really not flexible. Leave me with my Lilly Lashes and Baddie B Lashes, and I'll be good. What do you guys think of the new Lady Gaga song? I really love it. The rah rah bitch is back. You know what I'm saying? Just applying some glue to these stiff AF lashes. Riley's like asking me when I'm gonna pack for our trip because we're leaving at 4 in the morning, and I'm like, I'll pack when I pack, sir. Yep, they're stiff as all hell. How did I think these used to look good is like a better question, you know? Just a nice natural lash. Dude. All right, I'm gonna apply the other lash. These are the most stiff and uncomfortable lashes I've put on in a very long time. I don't know how. I used to wear these all the time. I don't know. The inner corner is so heavy. They just look ridiculous on me. They look so ridiculous. It like actually hurts my eye. I'm gonna leave them on for the tutorial, and then I cannot wait to take them off. Let me tell ya. Oof. Damn, so that's a nay. I think the only thing so far that I've liked is the Anastasia Dip Brow. So moving on to foundation. An old foundation that I used to love was the Too Faced Born This Way. I'm going to be using the shade Nude. And since I'm already primed, let's just go in. Oh my God, look at how bad these lashes look. I'm going to just... Mercury retrograde is coming for my neck. All right, let's blend this in. I don't remember there being this strong of a scent in the foundation. So this foundation still feels really nice. I know Jackie worked on these foundations, so I wonder if maybe like a scent change was made then. It doesn't smell bad, it just has a scent, you know? Like, I don't know how to explain it. Okay, so I feel like we got good coverage here. So moving on to concealer. I change concealers like I change my underwear. Like, I'm constantly changing concealers. I feel like one of the things that I change up the most for me is concealers. So back in the day, I used to really love the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and this is in shade Custard. And I just remember like loving this concealer so much. So I had to pick up one and see if it still holds to its high standards that I thought of it, you know? So I'm gonna take the Tati blender and let's blend this bitch. Oh yeah, this is nice. I forgot how nice this was. My under eyes look like they're velvet right now. NARS doesn't play. Damn girl, Love me some NARS. This is looking really pretty. For under eyes and like powder, I used to love the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. This was like everything for me. I think I stopped using it because, don't quote me, I vaguely remember it having flashback. Is that true? So I'm gonna go ahead and try this out again. Just go under. It definitely does brighten, that's for damn sure. I'm gonna set my whole face with this. Why did I stop using this? I don't remember. Laura Mercier is a brand that I just feel like doesn't like me. If I'm being completely honest, like I don't fit their mold, if that makes sense. I used to get invited to a lot of things that they do, and now they're like at me. I don't know why. But yeah, if you're looking to become a content creator, be prepared for a lot of brands to do that. One minute they like you and the next minute they don't, for no reason. So I'm gonna go ahead and dust that all off. And I'm gonna take a picture right now with flash because I feel like I was on like a brand trip and I stopped using this because I had flashback really bad. Let's see. It doesn't look like there's flashback. Why did I stop using it? Is there talc? Yes, that's why I stopped. Talc is the first ingredient. I had no idea that talc can cause cancer. Like, I literally had no idea. And it was my cousin that told me. And ever since then, I got rid of, like, a lot of talc products. So that's probably why. I can't get over how bad these lashes look. The eyeshadow even worse. All right, let's move on to bronzer. I used to love Hotel Heiress from Tarte. I also used to do like bronzer shades that were way too dark for me, and I can already tell that this is too dark because I had no idea how to shade match or do any of that for that matter. So, let's see how I can get this to blend because right now it's not looking good. I actually haven't used Tarte bronzers in a really long time. I do really like Tarte blushes though. This was actually pretty easy to blend out. I thought it was going to be a nightmare to blend out. But still, definitely not my color. Not a bronzer that I probably would use in an everyday basis because I really love my Fenty bronzer and my Marc Jacobs bronzer, and Physicians Formula also has a really nice bronzer. So I don't really feel like this is a bronzer I would use like in today's day and age. I also do feel like the color is just so wrong for me. I used to like go in the tanning booths every day after school, which is really bad for you, but you guys already know that. I don't need to tell you that. Yeah, this is definitely definitely not the best. Let's contour our nosy. Also, the smell of this bronzer is so strong. No. So, highlighter. I used to think this Dandelion Twinkle from Benefit was like the most gorgeous highlighter, but like honestly, Benefit really needs to work on their highlighters. They also need to work on their skin tone range because it's atrocious. Actually, I'm just gonna use the brush they have because my other makeup brush I had to clean because I dropped it in the pool like an a-hole. I was doing face charts because while I'm doing like vocal rest and all that, I've been just playing around with face charts and like kind of taking my mind off of stuff. You guys know my beauty room is kind of like the pool house, and so I was taking brushes and stuff into the house and I dropped my favorite highlighter brush into the pool. So I'm gonna go ahead with this and bitch, where is it? Where is the highlight though? I can't believe I used to think this was good. This is actually cool to see like how my taste has evolved, you know, like not everything is amazing. Like it's cool to try this out. Like I challenge you guys to try out some products that you used to like and see if they still are up to your standards, because beauty has changed so much lately. It's not like horrible, and I get it. Like I get that some people don't want a bright highlight, but like come on, so bad. For blush, I used to really love the Hourglass blushes, especially the ones that would come in their like little highlighter palettes or their just blush palettes in general. This one right here is called Radiant Magenta, and I haven't used their blushes in a while, but this is pretty. I like this blush. They're pretty. They're just expensive. And the last item we have to test out is the lips, and we are going to be using the Huda Beauty lippies. I used to love these back in the day. Venus is the shade. Oh my god. That smell could literally knock someone out. It smells like pure chemicals with perfume. I forgot how liquidy her formula is. It's like very liquidy. There's also something really sharp in this tip that is poking and scraping my lip. This chemical smell. Did I just not notice it before? Great. Has that piece of broccoli been in my teeth the entire time? Okay, you guys, so we are all zoomed out. I want to first talk about the products that I still like and still are working for me. So the first one is going to be the ABH Brow Pomade. I still really like this pomade. I think it's great for when you want to go for a more fierce eyebrow look. I do feel like I will continue to probably use this in the future, and the formula still is great. The NARS concealer, I forgot how nice and velvety it makes your under eyes look. Like, I literally look so airbrushed, so I definitely will be using this puppy again. It's also kind of cool to see like how a product from back then was still so good and today still is bomb. They knew their ish even back in the day, and I know you guys just love when I say back in the day. And the last product that I feel like worked and I might still use, I honestly am a little bit iffy with Too Faced in general, but the Born This Way foundation is just really gorgeous. It's got great coverage. Thanks to Jackie Aina, their range is literally amazing. So those were the three that honestly still work for me and I probably will continue to use one day. Moving on to the products that I didn't like. Number one, we have the Porefessional. I didn't like this because I have really dry skin. When I used to use this, I thought I had oily skin and needed some type of mattifying primer, but I have dry skin, so this just isn't gonna work for me. My areas where I get the most dry, which is like right here, are, oh my god, they feel like sandpaper right now. So I can't wait to take this makeup off and like drench my skin in some moisturizer. So yeah, the only reason I'm saying that I don't like this one is because it's not meant for people with dry skin. Moving on to the Naked 2 Urban Decay Basics. Now, like I was saying before, I really wanted to find the original OG Naked palette. Urban Decay has let me down like a lot recently with a lot of their new up and coming launches have just been kind of like mediocre at best. This was a complete floppy flops for me. Like, not a fan of this at all. My eyeshadow looks extremely ashy and I'm just not a fan of cool tones, and I used to like the basics back in the day. Like, I think I may have even done a review, but I do not like this and I will not use this again. Moving on to Better Than Sex. I kind of am leaving this in a random pile by itself. This one, I like the formula, but don't like how big the brush is. So like if I'm in a pinch and need a mascara to use, duh, I'll use this. But I definitely am vibing a lot with the Fenty Beauty mascara. The Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder is great. It makes my under eyes feel beautiful. However, the first ingredient in it is talc, and talc is not a great ingredient. I actually stopped using a lot of products that have talc in it, like especially face products. So that is probably the number one reason why I won't be using this, is for talky talc. These lashes, bitch, I'm taking them off right now. They're atrocious. From Huda Beauty. They feel so stiff, just not worth it. They felt so heavy on my eyes. My eyes were actually watering a lot from it. So that's like kind of good to keep in mind. Like if your eyes are watering from lashes, maybe they're a bit too heavy or stiff. Hotel Heiress from Tarte, I probably won't use again. Just not my color. The smell is really strong. A lot of products I used to like back in the day have really strong scents that didn't bother me then, but bother me a lot now. This next one is the Huda Beauty. I will not be using this. The formula is like okay, but it just smells like horrible. If you guys have a Huda Beauty lippy, please tell me if yours smells, because I don't. Why does it smell like that? So bad. And then last, we have the Dandelion Twinkle from Benefit. Like I said, I get that some people want to have a softer highlight, but not me. It's crazy how much my taste in makeup has changed over the years, you know? Like, I feel like old me back in the day would be like, okay, and this is the finished look. And now I'm like, can't wait to take it off. Like, this was so fun to do, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you like what you see, please consider subscribing. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.